This side of me is my alter ego, and his name's SNEAKO.
You don't even know what that means! Wake up! They laugh at us! Ha ha! They can't stop me, You said I'm a misogynist, anti-Semitic. You need to talk about me for content. I feed your family.
That's not even true. Nobody really talks about him, let's be real. And I rarely talk about him. But he sure talks about me a lot. But we are going to be, this is one of those unique moments where I'm going to be talking about him because friend of the show, Jaubrey, made it.
If you click this video, you're already well aware of who he is.
I'm gonna have to try and do this video without getting my massive cock all over the camera.
But we're not here to talk about the top G today. What I'm more interested in is exploring the online climate in a post-Tate world. While we may not hear much from the man himself these days, his ideas are more alive than ever, resonating with millions of angry individuals.
That's right.
It's only natural to still be feeling the effects of the man's presence, even months after he was forcibly exiled. Andrew left a gap in the market that was prime for exploitation, and after his inevitable termination, it was only a matter of time before a worthy successor swooped in and took his place. An individual that just so happened to be a YouTube veteran himself. A man once revered by the biggest creators on the site for his impressive commentary and entertaining satirical bites, who has now been reduced to nothing more than a frustrated conspiracy theorist, shouting endlessly into the void on a platform only your racist uncle has heard of. Join me in documenting the insane 10-year roller coaster ride of the most brazen, polarizing man on all of YouTube, SNEAKO.
Yeah, we're talking about the formerly anti-imperialist YouTube content creator, Call of Duty trick shotter SNEAKO.
You know where women have the least rights? Saudi Arabia. They're doing pretty well. The more patriarchy, the more society kind of runs how it's supposed to run.
Did he just say Saudi Arabia is a good example of how society is supposed to be run? What the fuck? That's crazy. Yo, I hate women so much. They're like, I'm a Wahhabi fundamentalist. That's an insane arc to go down. Why does this SNEAKO move there, dude? Holy shit.
I don't care. Give me more money for my pussy, whore.
And that's what turned me and many others away as his true intentions became clear. 2013. Coming home from school, he'd sit down in front of a mic and speak his mind while playing Call of Duty. It wasn't anything earth-shattering, but it was how SNEAKO got his little bit of time in Brooklyn. He and his two siblings were raised in New Haven, Connecticut by two parents who are still together to this day, an achievement he's always held to high regard.
My parents are still together. Almost nobody I know is like that. They've been married for 30 years. My dad has been fully committed to being a dad, and he was like that support that I think a lot of people don't have that really made me successful.
Growing up in a pretty diverse environment, SNEAKO described his situation as fairly middle class. Having poor and rich friends alike, he attended private school his entire academic career, never setting foot in public school.
Genuinely kind of feel proud that you cheated your way through
Not feel proud.
school after grade 8.
I think it's dope. I like finessing. I think that's interesting. I do my own thing. I don't work a job. I just got my own thing going on. It makes me, I guess I feel a sense of pride that like, yo, I didn't f the system. I did what I want. I did it my own way.
A mentality that led him to drop out of college and pursue his own unorthodox ways of making money, whether that was professional modeling or putting his free time towards making videos. It's not like YouTube had failed him yet. SNEAKO got his first AdSense check back when he was still very young, buying a pillow chair and taking great pride in getting himself there on his own.
I remember getting my first YouTube AdSense check when I was like 14, and I bought this pillow that I could put up against my wall, like a pillow that you could lean up on like this. And I remember every day, like coming back from school and leaning on this, like, yo, I bought this with YouTube money. I paid for this from Call of Duty videos. I was so proud of that. This one item, I made that from talking to.
One of the wildest things is like how someone who is like a good looking dude who also has the capacity to be charismatic, who can just go so fucking far down the rabbit hole and become this like gigantic weirdo. Okay? Stop saying cuck pill, dude. It's not just that. It like you look at his older content and it just seems like he was like a sweet guy too on top of that. Could happen to you, Hassan? Brother, I'm 31 years old. Like, I would need to be hit in the head with a shovel or something for my personality to take such a drastic change, or my worldview to change so dramatically.